Hi, you guys. How are you? I am going to wait a moment here while everyone pops in. Let's see, who do we have in here so far? Awesome. Well, hello. Welcome. Just getting comfy here. Just dropped my kids off at school. Got ready. Here I am. So what we're doing today, I'm so honored to be leading you guys in a webinar, Essential Oil Basics. We are going to keep it super simple today. I just had a lot of people, mostly from my social media, saying, okay, I don't really get it, but seems like this is something I need to know about. Seems like your life has really transformed. What's going on here? Which is interesting because it's kind of how I stumbled into oils. I wasn't looking for essential oils, right? I don't think a lot of people are looking for essential oils, but we are all looking for a way to feel better in our bodies, right? How can we positively, intentionally impact the way that we're feeling, right? We've got our tools. We've got, exercise, healthy eating. We've got yoga and meditation, if that's your jam, which is my jam. We have all these things. And what the essential oils have been for me is just another tool on my path to health. And when I think of health, I think of whole health. So I think of feeling whole and well, all of me, my physical body, yes, and any, physical symptoms that we may have, but also my emotional body. So prior to the oils, I didn't have a whole heck of a lot of tools for emotional health. It was like, okay, I guess I'll go to yoga. I'm feeling kind of stressed. Whereas now what the oils are doing is giving me a beautiful opportunity to manage emotions in the moment, whether it's for myself or for my kids, or I'm able to address it, get to it, and support it, rather than anesthetize or get angry or lash out or drink a bottle of wine or whatever it is that we do to deal with our emotions. It's not that I don't have them. It's not like I'm this calm, zen person all the time. I'm just learning how to use my tools so that I can feel really good and show up the way that I want to show up in the world. Just a little intro. So I just want to see how we're doing here. We've got some people in. This is my first time using this webinar platform, so I'm just making sure that we're all good. Great. So if you guys are on live, just give me a little wave. I think you can chat just to let me know that you can hear me okay and that we're all good. That would be awesomely helpful. I think there's a chat. Is there a chat? All right, I'm going to proceed. I think we're good. So some of you guys tuned in, responded and said, yes, send me samples. So I sent you a cute little goodie bag. Some of them haven't arrived yet. I know there's a few of you guys in the UK who haven't received them yet, but they're coming. And most of you have received the little goodies. They're just the cutest little things ever. These guys, Peace, Balance, Wild Orange, Peppermint, Lavender, and then a little pouch of Deep Blue. So what we're going to do today, I am going to teach you about essential oils. We're going to use the samples. I'm going to cover the basics off, so I'm going to talk about what essential oils are, how to use them, how they work in the body, how the doTERRA oils are sourced, the co-impact sourcing method, why I've chosen doTERRA to be the only oils that I use, and why I love them so much that I've actually made a business out of it. Crazy. I'll talk about that a little bit. And then I want to get into, obviously, the samples I've sent you and a couple other single oils and blends that are just kind of cornerstone, critical oils for the home, okay? And then we're going to finish off with a few blends, and then I'm going to talk and have me as your mentor. Okay, sound good? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, I am. Here we go. All right, so First of all, let's grab a pen and a piece of paper. What I'd like you guys to do is answer these 3 questions. All right, so grab a pen, I'll give you a second. And I want you to just scribble down whatever comes to mind. You don't need to be super over thoughtful. I just want kind of the first thought. So the first question is, where am I most out of balance? So I want you guys to dig a little deep. Let's try and get a little bit below the surface. Where am I most out of balance? Write that down. Where am I most out of balance? Next question, number 2, is what would I like to experience more of? Maybe it's more sleep. Maybe it's more, clearer skin. Maybe it's more stable hormones. Maybe it's less anger. So what do I want to experience more of? Okay. I want to experience more reassured feelings because I'm super anxious. I want to go to bed not having a panic attack every night. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night anymore. So what would I like to experience more of? Really important question. Okay, this is really good, you guys. It's important to be having these, doing this kind of thinking, right? Because it's important to think about ourselves. We're so busy thinking about everybody else. Number 3, what is stopping you right now, or what's holding you back from making a change in your life? So what's holding you back from making a change, making this kind of change in your life? Is it commitment? Is it money? Is it laziness? What's holding you back from really feeling good in your body? If you had the tools, what's really holding you back? What's the story in your head? Sometimes it's so silly and simple and dumb, right? That's how I feel about mine sometimes. I'm like, I can't even say this out loud. It's so silly. Okay, so just get super honest with yourself. What is holding you back in this moment from feeling really great? Okay, let's take our lavender sample. You guys, most of you have got this little cutie patootie. So this is pure therapeutic grade lavender diluted with coconut oil. Rub it on your inner wrist. Inner wrist is a beautiful channel straight into the pericardium, into the heart channel. I also want you guys to just put a little bit in your third eye here. And then just rub a little bit on the back of your neck. Right on the upper cervical spine is really awesome. Okay, now close your eyes and bring your wrists up to your nose. Take a nice big inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale again. Sigh it out. And keeping your eyes closed, just place one hand, left hand on the center of the chest, right hand on top. Placing our hands on the heart center, just connecting in here for a minute. Just be aware of your breathing. Giving your central nervous system a little bit of a break. And I'd like you to each set the intention to just be really open and super intentionally focused on yourself and your own self-care for this hour. It's an hour we have together, and I want you to be just thinking about you and how you can take better care of yourself. So let's inhale that into the heart. Sigh it out the mouth. Beautiful, and open your eyes. So nice. The oils give a very beautiful opportunity to have a shift in a moment, right? Sometimes I don't have time in a moment to go and meditate like I really want to, or do yoga class for 90 minutes. But literally, if I have my lavender roller in my purse, I will do that very ritual. Right after I drop my kids off and I'm like so frazzled because I've been, they've been driving me crazy that morning. It just gives you a chance to tune in, connect into yourself, connect into nature, and just have a shift, right? An energetic shift. A small energetic shift is all we need sometimes to step a little bit closer into who we are. right? Because the more that our woes pile on and on and on. I'm tired, I'm stressed, I'm anxious, I have too much work, I'm overwhelmed. The more that they pile on and we don't actually do anything proactively to take care of ourselves and to manage this, we just contract, and it gets worse, right? Can you feel that energy? Whew, let's release that. Rather than feeling something and then saying, I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to break through that, right? I'm going to shift. I'm choosing to shift my energy in this moment. I'm choosing to reorganize my thought patterns. And essential oils are a beautiful tool for this. Okay, one of the reasons I love oils. Okay, right? And if you ever need to just wipe off energy, like because I was piling it all on, if you guys felt that as I did, just brush it off yourself and then you can just flick it away. Feels really good. Okay, so that's lavender. How did you guys like the lavender? If you can type in the chat, go for it. I'd love to keep this interactive. So lavender is a beautiful oil for communication, interestingly, and also for calm. So we know it to be an oil for relaxation and calm. Yes, it's also beautiful for very clear communication. So I actually, just before this webinar, I did 3 big inhales with lavender and also spearmint. Spearmint is known as the oil of confident speech. So I did those 2 together to just get me into the zone. I'm going to show you a book. Before I show you the book, essential oils can impact us on the physical level and also on the emotional level, which is what I mentioned earlier. So on the physical level, we can, move through digestive issues and, all the things, right? All the physical symptoms that you can think of. Now, on an emotional level, what's very awesome about the oils is we can get support emotionally. So there's a resource that I love. It's called Emotions and Essential Oils. And for those of you guys who, have a bit of an awareness, and maybe this is going to be new to you, is that when we hold emotions in the body for a long time, they get locked in there and they can manifest as illness. So it's so important to be moving and rinsing emotions through the body. So instead of sitting with anger for 2 years that your business partner is doing a quarter of the amount of work that you are, if you can address this sooner and move it through your body, whether it's through physical exercise, through some mindset work, using essential oils, you're able to release that emotion so it doesn't get lodged in the body and manifest as something that you don't want physically. So working through our emotions is a super powerful tool, especially with our kids also, is amazing. I didn't do any of this work as a child, right? I think when we were little, it was like, lift the rug up, sweep it all under and put it back. Everybody's fine. God bless that generation. But let's talk about our emotions and let's move through them instead of holding on to them. So emotions and essential oils is really awesome. I'm actually just diving in with you guys. I don't often go this deep right away with people, but I feel like you can all handle it. So if you look up by the oil, so for example, grapefruit is the oil of honoring the body. Green mandarin is the oil of pure potential. I have that in my diffuser. If we look up lavender, communication and calm. So you can read about the properties of lavender, and then you can also see the positive properties and negative emotions. So lavender, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I do love reading a little bit. Lavender aids verbal expression and calming the mind. Specifically, it calms the insecurities that are felt when one risks their true thoughts and feelings. Lavender addresses a deep fear of being seen and heard. Individuals in need of lavender often hide within, blocking their true self-expression. While they may be going through the motions of outward expression, they're actually holding back their innermost thoughts and feelings. Deep. The expression is not connected to the heart or soul. I actually used to get really teary in classes when I would read that because that was me. I would cry every time. And just recently I'm not crying anymore because I feel like I am now in a place of true personal expression. And it's awesome. It's awesome to be here. And the oils have helped me get there. So the negative emotions would be blocked communication, fear of rejection, constricted, tense, racing thoughts, emotional dishonesty, hiding, fear of self-disclosure, feeling unseen, unheard, unloved, or insecure. Positive properties are that it will help with open communication, feeling calm, expressive, emotional honesty, self-awareness, and peace of mind. So awesome, right? All from lavender. So I'm going to put this away, but I like to share some of these beautiful resources. Okay, I kind of jumped ahead there, and yeah, so why don't we do that? So let's take our peppermint oil. Hopefully you guys got a little sample of the peppermint. Now the peppermint is not in a roller. The peppermint is in a little dram, so you should be able to get a drop out. So I want to share first, you can give it a little smell. So yummy. Let's see here. Okay. Pardon, one sec. Okay. An essential oil, here's peppermint, the real bottle, 15 ml, is a pure aromatic, a volatile aromatic, let's start that again, a volatile aromatic compound. What that means is essential oil is 100% pure plant essence, okay? There's nothing in a doTERRA essential oil, except for a few that they add a little bit of coconut oil because they're really strong. This is pure, certified pure, therapeutic grade essential oil, okay, peppermint. So in this bottle of peppermint by doTERRA, this is 15 ml, and there's 250 drops in this little bottle. So in a drop of peppermint, for example, 1 drop of peppermint doTERRA oil is the equivalent of drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. Crazy, right? It's so powerful. These are highly potent plant compounds. There is nothing else in there but completely pure therapeutic grade essential oil. Now I'm just speaking specifically about doTERRA oils. I can't speak about other ones. I do know that 92% of all essential oils tested in the market recently were shown to be adulterated, which is the most common issue in essential oils, is that there are synthetic fragrances added, they're not pure, they're watered down, they're diluted. We're not actually getting what we think we're getting in the bottle. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why doTERRA is different. It's the only company in the world that's providing pure, certified therapeutic grade oils. So take a drop of your peppermint. So I'll show you what 1 drop out of the bottle is going to look like, just like this. Okay, I want you guys to take your little dram and take a drop. And if a drop doesn't come out, just kind of tap it on your palm. Now what we're going to do, take our pinky. Now if you are nursing a baby, let's skip this because peppermint may help to reduce milk supply. They say may, which you may like at some point. But if you are nursing, just skip this one. So put your other pinky through the oil, put it in the roof of your mouth. Rub your hands together. Woo, zingy. Close your eyes. Don't put your hands on your face, but keep them away. Inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale again. Sigh it out. And then just give your shoulders a little rub, a little massage with the peppermint. Oh, so good. Tingly, awesome, delicious. Okay. How do you guys feel from the peppermint? You tell me what peppermint's good for, because after having had that experience, you're going to know exactly what it's good for. Clearing airways, feeling refreshed, feeling uplifted, feeling some real zing. Peppermint's great for moving through and opening. So anytime we have something stuck in the physical body, so whether it's a headache or a hangover, constipation, digestive issues, anytime we really need to move through something, peppermint is so helpful because it's really powerful. It's super high energy. Again, that's the equivalent of drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea therapeutically. So I love to do exactly what we just did, which is peppermint 3 ways. We did internal, we did aromatic, and we did topical. I like to do that little routine every day. I keep my peppermint in my purse. And I do it when I'm getting that kind of 3 p.m. slump and I'm just like, either I'm gonna have a coffee and dark chocolate or I can do my peppermint routine. It just gives me a really nice boost. So for those of you with the samples, I'd encourage you to pop it in your car, in your purse, or in your desk, wherever you are around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock if you feel that slump. Do that and let me know. Keep me posted on how you're feeling from peppermint. It's awesome. So that kind of leads me right into the 3 ways that you can use an essential oil. There's internal, we're going to talk a little bit about that, which is what we did, roof of the mouth. There's aromatic, so aromatic's going to be inhaling right from the palms. You're still receiving all the therapeutic benefits. They're going right into the limbic system of the brain, working on our emotions right away from aromatic. And then there's also topical. Topical means you're actually putting the oil on the body, on the skin. So those are the 3 ways that we can use the oils. I'm going to go through each one quickly. Now, internal is, I'm only going to recommend you would use oils internally that are doTERRA. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the quality, the testing, the purity, all the standards, very rigorous third-party testing that every liter of oil goes through to ensure that I feel really comfortable saying to you guys on this webinar, hey, put the peppermint in your mouth. Now, some oils are not to be taken internally. The way that you know, if you choose to purchase some oils and open your own wholesale account, you'll get this great little booklet. And in the booklet is literally every single oil, what it's good for, how you use it, and then there's little letter acronyms for A is aromatic, T is topical, I is internal, and N is neat. Neat means you can put it right on the skin without any dilution. So that's how you know. Another thing you can do is if you're ever kind of wondering and you don't have the book handy, you can just go, let me show you guys, I'm going to do a quick screen share. You can just go to Google and you can go doTERRA peppermint, for example. I'm going to pull up a 1-pager. There's a 1-pager for every single oil. And right here, right away, you're going to see can be used aromatically, can be used topically, can be used internally, and you could dilute for sensitive or young skin. So you know right away how you're able to use that. It's really, really simple. A lot of the essential oils, and I'm going to get into it also, is all about self-directed self-care, self-directed healthcare, where it's so easy to do this ourselves. There's a few tools where you can easily navigate how to use these oils. I'm not a trained aromatherapist, but I am a smart mom with a couple resources and some experiences, and that's how you learn to navigate the oils and get a good mentor. So I'd be happy to be your mentor. So, okay, so that's internal. So only some oils were taken internally. If they say you can use them internally. So internally, I'm using a lot of citrus oils. I've got a drop of lemon in my water bottle every day. I actually do 2 drops. The limonene is a really great daily cleanse, daily detox. I do On Guard, which I'm going to talk about, which is an immunity blend. I do a drop of that during this kind of cold and flu season, and so on and so forth. Now, the second way to use an oil is aromatically. So you can just breathe right from your palms. I do that with my kids a lot, especially if they're having a situation. I'll just say, sit down with mommy. I put an oil on and I put it right in front of them and I just breathe with them. And 9.5 times out of 10, it starts to take their central nervous system right down. I actually did it this morning. It was awesome. The second way to use an an oil aromatically is with a diffuser. So this is a beautiful Lumo diffuser by doTERRA. It has all different colors of lights. I like the white, but my kids like the pink. It has a runtime of 2 hours, 5 hours, or 10 hours. Let me just show you guys. I'm just going to turn it off. You put just a tiny bit, you can sort of see there's about water up to here. There's actually a little red dot. Can you see it without me pouring this all over my lap? Whoop! All over my laptop. There's a line with a red dot that shows you how far to fill it. And then in the diffuser, I'm usually putting anywhere from 2 to 6 drops, depending on the size of the room. Then you put the setting on for how long you want it to go, and that's it. So I have one going in my office all the time, in the kitchen. I have one in our bedroom, in our girls' bedrooms for bedtime. It's really a beautiful way to access the oils. You're getting all the benefits of the plants aromatically as you go through your day. So it's a very powerful tool. For kids, it really helps them to fall asleep at night and just create that kind of cozy, nest, nurturing feeling in the room. They love to pick their oils at night, so I have a little collection in their bedroom, and they get to pick which oils they put in. And even now, they're 3 and 4. They're pretty good with their fingers, and they can actually do the oils themselves. So it's a really nice point of connection with your children, also with your partner. I usually turn our diffuser on at night, but I'll often say, hey, what do you feel like tonight? Should we do balance, or should we try serenity or some peace? And we'll turn it on, and it goes in the bedroom, and it's just so lovely. Again, helping to create that transition, that reorganization of energy from I just had my big busy day to it's nighttime. Let's move into, a really calm, beautiful state. Okay, third way is topically. So topically is a really great way to use the oils therapeutically to receive therapeutic benefits. It's also very tactile and lovely to do with your kids, your partner, or even just on yourself when you have 5 seconds, right? Or you make 5 seconds, because usually we don't even have 5 seconds. So topically is going to look like, generally, I always recommend diluting. So doTERRA sells this great coconut oil. It's fractionated, meaning it's liquefied. The coconut smell is removed, and it's not greasy like coconut oil. You can absolutely use your kitchen coconut oil. I just happen to prefer the fractionated. So when you're diluting an oil to use it topically, we're only ever using 1 drop of oil for any purpose other than diffusing. In the diffuser, again, 2 to 6 drops, depending on the size of the room and the power of the oil. You'll kind of get a sense yourself. Otherwise, you're using 1 drop. So if we took, for example, let's take frankincense. I'm going to show you guys frankincense. I didn't send this out as a sample. The oil of truth. It's beautiful, coming to us from Somalia. It's a very sacred oil. It's very healing, cellular rejuvenation, beautiful for skin, amazing for disease prevention. So the way that you would want to do it, we always want to put oils. There's really 2 key places: bottom of the feet, spine, and back of the neck. So when we're using them therapeutically, those are the 2 best inroads into the body. I would say next step would be inner wrist and behind the neck, upper cervical. And those are obviously easier to access during the day. But before, when I wake up in the morning or before I go to bed at night, I'm doing oils on the bottom of the feet, and then as much of my own spine that I can reach. My little kids, I just go up and down the spine and I get their little tootsies. So the way that you would do this with your oil, you would take a pump or a squirt, not a whole lot. Then you take your essential oil, again, just 1 drop, to do it mindfully. Rub your hands together. I usually take a nice big inhale, and then I'll massage the bottom of my feet. I've got socks and slippers on, or I would do a demo right now. Bottom of the feet, and then whatever's left, you can just rub on your spine and then also up on the back of the neck. And so that's a topical application. Remember, always dilute, dilute, dilute. If you take anything away today, you're going to remember that Christine told you to always dilute. It helps the oil to actually penetrate the skin, first of all. So more of the essential oils going in, other than, otherwise it may just, some of it will actually flash off. It also helps with the surface area coverage. So 1 drop of frankincense doesn't go so far on my hands, but as soon as you add the carrier, you've got more surface area that you can cover. So it stretches out your oils a little bit further. Frankincense is another great one that I like internally. I actually just do a drop under the tongue daily for cellular renewal, for massive health upgrade every day. Really powerful for the cells. So this is what I would do, just 1 drop. I think I got 2. Woo! So nurturing for the body. Okay, so those are the 3 ways that we use them. Now I'm going to move on to just how easy it is to figure out to use your oils, right? What oil do I use? How do I use them? So I really believe the best way to start is to grab a starter kit, either with the top 10 most commonly used oils. doTERRA has a great starter kit I could show you guys later. Or, if you're looking more for a lifestyle, getting rid of some of your toxic products in your home, you want to get some rollers, some oils, diffusers, there's another great set that's more of a lifestyle upgrade. And then all you need is a great resource. So, like I was saying before, I am not a trained aromatherapist. I started using oils. I'm somewhat self-taught. I have a great mentor in New York. I mentor tons of women. It would be my great honor to mentor you. I do one-on-ones with anybody who opens up a doTERRA account with me. We go through your top health concerns. We look at what oils could really support you. I'm available by text. I do instant messenger with all my customers. It's great. We have a closed Facebook group for our Essential Sisters business where we've got women from all over the world oiling, posting tips, asking questions, lots of people chiming in, my kid's teething, what can I do? Or I have really bad migraines. Has anyone tried, past tense oil, and how's it working for you? So there's really a larger resource that comes with me and the opportunity to work together. Now, the simplest resource is a simple book called Modern Essentials. It's not written by doTERRA. It's a third-party group, but what it is it's so awesome. It's basically the first half of the book is by oil, so you can look up by oil. The second half of the book is by condition. So you could actually look up a condition that's happening to you or your child right now and to know exactly what to do. So I just happened to open it up to, 2 oils that I love and have in my diffuser right now, spearmint and tangerine. So if you look at spearmint, for example, you'll see here, it's talking about the botanical family, the extraction method, so it's steam distilled. The common primary uses are cooking and indigestion. Common application methods, so it's giving you a whole bunch of ways to use it. The chemical constituents, the properties, etc., etc. So you can learn a lot about what the oil is good for. Then, if you want to look by condition, I just happened to open it up to B. Bleeding, blisters, bloating, blood, body systems, boils, bones, bowels, brain, breast, breathing, bronchitis, bruises, bugs, bulimia, bunions, burns, bursitis. You get the picture. So when you have something like an issue that's coming up for you, or for myself in my home, I know a lot of the common remedies now because I've been doing this for about 3 years, but I often am looking this up for my customers. So let's say, your husband was vomiting. So let's look up vomiting. I don't know why I picked that one up. Oh, here, isn't that funny? I just opened it to vomiting. How perfect. So it's under the category of nausea. So you look up vomiting, and there it is, vomiting. Oils, ginger, peppermint, patchouli, fennel, rose, Roman chamomile. So the little drop means internally, you would place 1 to 2 drops of an essential oil in an empty capsule. I'm just going to read it to you guys. Take as directed. So then any of the oils with a little drop for vomiting, which is ginger, you're taking ginger internally. Then it's telling you to diffuse. So there's a symbol, diffuse the ones that are showing diffuse. So that happens to be ginger, peppermint, patchouli. So I would put all 3 of those in the diffuser. Then it's talking about topically, it's recommending patchouli, fennel, rose, and Roman chamomile. And it says dilute, apply 1 to 2 drops to the feet, temples, and wrists. Dilute in 1 teaspoon of fractionated coconut oil, massage onto the stomach, and apply a warm compress. So there's a very specific protocol I happen to know this protocol because I had probably my biggest aha oils experience ever. I was in Dominican Republic last year with my husband. We got there. He was on the tile floor in the bathroom, vomiting I've never seen anything like it. I was so worried. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to just book a flight to go home tomorrow. He's so sick. I'm not taking him to a hospital here. I've never seen someone moaning like this before. And I was like, wait, I've got my oils. So I actually didn't have my book, but what's really awesome is this book also comes as an app. So if you see here, there's a Modern Essentials app, which looks exactly like the book. It has pretty much all the same information. I typed in vomiting. You can see, it comes right up. And it gives you the exact same thing, the oils and the protocol. So I had with me ginger, peppermint, patchouli, and rose. I didn't have fennel or Roman chamomile. Somehow I packed patchouli, I don't know why. And I did the protocol. He was off the tile floor in 20 minutes, back in bed. And within about 40 minutes, he was sound asleep the whole night. So I put the diffuser oils in that it had recommended. And he woke up the next morning and he was like, what are we doing today? Like, what? How are you better? It was crazy. My point is, well, first of all, that essential oils work. But I mean, I wouldn't be here teaching if they didn't. But second, it's all self-directed. So as a reasonably intelligent human being hooked into a great mentor, plugged into a great community, which we have for support, and having some very simple resources, it is awesome. You can look things up. So this is what I always recommend for people who are getting started. I think it's about $40. And you have the tools to look up, my kid got a sunburn, what should I do? Or, how am I going to treat my colitis? You have a book. If you're into the emotional stuff, I love Emotions Essential Oils. And my third favorite book, if you are a mom, and I know we have some moms on the webinar, is The Smart Mom's Guide to Essential Oils. I am obsessed with this book. It's really great. It talks about all kinds of remedies for kids, oils that are great for kids. I think it's $14 by Dr. Marisa Snyder. Great resource. So point being, get yourself some oils, get yourself a resource, and I'm here to support you. It's really easy. It's so empowering. As a mom especially, I feel like, wow, I've taken some power back in terms of being able to take care of my kids. For those of you who don't know, when you've got a little kid, you can't really give them anything. You can't give them cough syrup until they're 6. So instead of just anesthetizing them with Tylenol all the time, which is kind of all you can do aside from some, homeopathics, I now have tools that I can use to help my kids that work. When they're coughing, when they're vomiting, when they have fevers, all the things. Not to mention also my husband, myself. I've got these great tools for healing. It's so awesome. Taking the power back, right? Not just giving it all up, letting somebody else tell you, what's wrong with you. Okay. So the next point that I want to make quickly is just the purity and the testing. So doTERRA does creates essential oils very differently than most essential oil companies. So what most companies do, especially in North America, they buy all the land, they plant all the plants themselves, and they create their own essential oils. But what doTERRA does is says, no, we actually need to source the oils from where the plants are most native to the area, which are going to then give us the highest therapeutic benefit because the chemical constituents of the plant are going to be that much more potent and that much more and that much stronger to receive the therapeutic benefit that we want. So we're going to go out and source the oils. They source from over 57 countries globally, wherever that plant is native to the area and produces a very potent, beautiful essential oil. So for example, the cardamom comes from Guatemala. The wintergreen comes from Nepal. The frankincense comes from Somalia. The lavender comes from Provence and Bulgaria. The wild orange comes from a blend from Brazil and Italy. The peppermint is coming from Oregon. The, Siberian fir is coming from Russia. So there's a real science and magic to sourcing the oils where they're native to the area to produce the highest grade therapeutic benefits to the oils. Now, doTERRA goes so far in this process. I was just in Guatemala, and I'm going to show you a little video. We spoke to the distillers who actually distill the plant to create the oil, and they had to send 12 different batches over 6 months to doTERRA of various chemical constituents based on the grade of the cardamom. So doTERRA wanted to find a very specific chemical profile for the cardamom oil to support respiratory health. Cardamon's awesome for respiratory health. So it's in the Breathe essential oil blend. And they had to come up with the exact precise, okay, the grade A cardamom, we need this percentage. The grade B, we need this. Like, this is science. This is what people don't know, right? They think the reason why I do webinars is because people like me think, oh, an essential oil just smells great. And I thought like, oh, perfect, my yoga studio is going to smell great. And it's kind of better than a toxic candle, right? But what's behind that is immense research and science, immense. So that's what creates this certified pure therapeutic grade, is the quality that doTERRA is sourcing from. Now, in addition to that, they have a website called source2you.com. And on the bottom of every bottle of a single oil is a barcode and an expiry date. They usually last about 5 years. The barcode, you can type in the barcode of your bottle into doTERRA's site. I'm going to pull it up for you, called source2you.com. And that is a site where you can actually trace the journey of your oil, and you can pull up the gas chromatography report, which actually here are the GCMS reports. So you can see how your oil has shown up chemically to be precisely what it needs to be. There's no adulteration. There's no B grade. This is the highest quality essential oils in the world. So what you would do, you would enter your ID number in here, the number on the bottom, and you would click submit. And what would come up would be the exact chemical report. So you can actually see where your oil was tested, what came up. I mean, this is revolutionary. Like, nobody else is doing this stuff, you guys. Like, other companies are losing sleep over this. If you want to learn more about the growers, the distillers, the science, the practitioners using them, and then also resources for yourself. So this website is source2you.com up here at the top. Pretty incredible. I mean, this is like next level. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about co-impact sourcing. So what that means is where the oils are sourced is a very important part of the process. So co-impact sourcing is doTERRA's supply chain initiative that seeks to create value shared throughout our global botanical network. So by deliberately seeking to improve the social, economic, and environmental wellness of farmers, distillers, and producers of these oils, doTERRA ensures the continued supply and quality of essential oils for generations to come while creating shared value with supply chain partners. They seek opportunities to partner with organizations that share this aim and recognize this opportunity to make a significant impact on reducing extreme poverty through ethical production of the therapeutic grade oils. So this is a crazy stat. 80% of the farmers that doTERRA has partnered with all over the globe, because they don't grow their own oils, own less than 5 acres of land. These are small scale family farmers. In some cases, they're literally a guy with a field. And what this is enabling is doTERRA to find the highest quality plants to create the best oils and give the most. So they're able to support these people with an income, with fair trade wages, with long lead buying contracts. I mean, this is where magic happens. I've seen it firsthand myself when I travel to Guatemala. Here I am, I get all emotional when I think about it. I mean, they go so far beyond in Guatemala, in this small town called Chiacoch, this community. doTERRA had, where they source the cardamom, had built an entire facility for education. So what they do is they're teaching masonry to men to learn how to actually build homes. Vocational school, that's the word I was trying to think of. They also built a pig farm and taught them how to farm pigs so that they could raise pigs to eat for their family, because there's not a lot of food there, and also to sell the pigs at market to make money. So they're teaching sustainable practices. It's like a hand up, not a handout. They're not just dishing out money to these communities and just being like, here you go, here's some aid. They're actually giving a hand up to help these people lift themselves out of poverty. This is like next level, you guys. I mean, when I started, I was like, really? And now after having been in Guatemala, it was just so incredible. I'll send you guys a follow-up video. You know what, maybe I'll just play a couple of minutes of it so you can get the gist of it. But Emily and I, my sister, went to Guatemala in November to see the sourcing of cardamom. So here, let's play this just for a couple minutes. And Emily starts talking. She's the first one to talk in the video.
Yesterday, we had the opportunity to travel to Chiacoch community, which was an unbelievable experience. We arrived in the morning and had the opportunity to split off into groups and really connect with an actual class of children in the school in the Seco Bay community. And one of the most amazing parts was just seeing the parents.
That's my sister.
And the parents' love of their children as they watched their children playing North American games that we brought with us. We just got to experience the processing of cardamom. So last night, a few of us came down and we climbed in and we shoveled and bagged it all, and it was a taxing experience, processed. One thing I really took away was that it really is a craft. So they have thermometers and they have their systems, but these guys that have been doing it for so long, it's an art. Instead of checking the thermometers, they reach into their hand and they can tell to the degree if that dryer needs another log in the fire or not. Or they crumble it in their hands and smell it and they can tell if it was ready. It really is a labor of love for these guys. I'm honored to have been a part of the process.
This is where we were learning about the distillation. This woman here is the distiller. She's from France, living in Guatemala. The cardamom coming into oil. It's steam distilled. So they steam the plant.
So whether it was knee injuries or back injuries, some of them were like really, really old injuries that we were able to help with a combination of chiropractic adjustments and stretches and physical therapy.
So I'm going to leave it there just in the interest of time, but I will link this up in a follow-up email just so you can get a sense for the process that doTERRA does. It's so much more than these, you know, cute little bottles. They're literally changing the communities where they're growing the oils. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. There's also a Healing Hands Foundation, which raises over, you know, I think last year over $5 million. Every time a customer makes a purchase, you have the option to donate $1 to the Healing Hands Foundation. doTERRA matches that. And there's so many different projects going all over the world led by wellness advocates. Like I'm a wellness advocate for doTERRA. We can sponsor initiatives and they will donate money to it. And it's really some powerful stuff. Okay, shifting gears, back to the oils. I want to just go through 3 of the blends that I sampled you guys for those of you who've received samples. So first of all, we have peace. And a lot of you said to me, oh my gosh, thank you for the peace. I need that. So why don't you just rub some on your inner wrist A little bit on the back of the neck. And then let's close our eyes and take a nice big inhale. Sigh it out. Again, inhale. Sigh it out. One more inhale. Sigh it out. And open your eyes. So the Peace Blend is the reassuring blend. This is a beautiful oil for anxiety and overwhelm. What a blend is, so doTERRA has lots of single oils that we looked at. I sampled you guys wild orange. And then it also has blends. So what a blend is they've taken, they've created a specific outcome that they want to achieve. So for example, less anxiousness, more reassurance, and they blend a bunch of plants together to create the outcome they want. So in the case of peace, I'll read the ingredients to you. They're always on the back of the label. So the oils are vetiver, lavender, clary sage, spearmint, marjoram. They're all their plant names, so I couldn't quite, have to translate a little bit. So that's the Peace Blend, and wow, I mean, I have so many customers who love this blend. It comes as a single oil, or it comes as a roller. The rollers are all pre-diluted with coconut oil, and so what a roller looks like is, well, because you guys got some little samples. They have these beautiful little stainless steel. This is just my Focus blend. I love this one. So good for teaching. Keep it in your purse. Roll it on when you're feeling anxious during the day, overwhelmed, stressed. One of my best friends keeps it in her purse, uses it all the time. I have other people who keep one in their car, one in their office, and just have it for in the moment. The other thing you can do, which is really beautiful, is diffuse the peace oil. I love diffusing the peace. It's awesome. Okay, next oil I sampled you guys was Balance. Anybody else obsessed with this one? This reminds me of like a walk in the Pacific Northwest. It's so woodsy. It's pretty much all tree oils. I love, love, love this oil. This is doTERRA's grounding blend. Oh, I put this in the diffuser all the time at night. So beautiful. So again, for you guys with this sample, inner wrists, back of the neck, bottom of the feet is also going to be really beautiful. The grounding blend is to help ground us into the earth when we're feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Peace is more for reassurance. Balance is more for steadiness and grounding. So if you wanted to read more about it, for example, you could look it up in the emotions book. It is the grounding blend. EF. There is our grounding blend. Okay, I might not be able to find it. Nothing at G, I'm not seeing it. Anyways, it's a beautiful blend. It has frankincense, it has cypress, it has all kinds of tree oils, blue tansy, that are incredible for helping us to, if you think about a tree, right? The tree's roots are in the earth. They're grounded, they're steady, they don't sway all over the place. They may sway a little bit, but really a tree is really grounded and solid. And that's what this oil helps with. I put Balance on my feet every single morning when I wake up. Even if my kids are up before me, which is most days, they come into my room. Before we go downstairs, I've got my pre-filled water bottle with lemon because I like that right away, lemon oil. And then I do 2 drops of Balance, a little bit of coconut oil. First thing, inhale, bottom of the feet, then I can get on with my day. But I do not begin my day without my Balance because it just helps me to bring everything into center, right? Give myself a little love before I pour out into them and get them all ready for their day, right? It's the biggest weakness that we have as humans is that we want to give to others before we give to ourselves. And what we need to learn to do is to take that moment to not feel selfish, You know, let go of those old stories and the DNA patterning that's been passed down from generations that we don't deserve to take care of ourselves. We should just make sure everybody else is good first. Delete, Control Alt Delete. Find a minute, choose to take a minute for yourself. Use an essential oil, connect to your breath. I'm talking seconds here, you guys, if you don't have minutes. And to just come into your center so you can then pour out into everybody else. The oils are such a powerful self-care tool for women and men. We need to be taking care of ourselves. The world is busy, it's chaotic, it's overwhelming, we're being flooded with things. How can we tune in and stay in our bodies, right? And stay in these beautiful vessels that have been given to us. The oils help so much with that, not to mention the connection to nature on a daily basis if you live in a city like I do. That's the grounding blend balance. Also awesome for kids. Okay, the last oil that I want to give you guys talk about, we didn't talk about wild orange, so we'll talk about wild orange again in a sec, is the Deep Blue Rub. Did you guys all get this sample? So Deep Blue is the soothing blend for sore muscles, arthritis, joint pain, all the aches and pains. And it comes in an oil, but I sampled you guys this because I love it. The real version looks like this, Deep Blue. It's a cream. So open this up if you haven't. You just tear right here. And you just need a little itty bitty bit. You don't need a ton. So when I take some like for the back of my neck, for example, like I'm just taking a little bit because it's really powerful. The main note is wintergreen from Nepal. So give yourself a little bit of a rub on your shoulders, a little self-massage. I do this before bed every night for myself. I guess I could do it for my husband. That would be nice. Oh, so good. So this is great for sore muscles, aches and pains. I use it when I'm teaching yoga all the time. It's great for deep tissue massage. If you guys go for massages, take this blend with you. Encourage them to use a little bit in with their oil that they're using so that you're getting some real powerful plant healing while you're getting your massage. Okay, it's also great for sports injuries, for athletes. We've got tons of athletes that use this with doTERRA. It's pretty awesome. It's a great, great product. I wanted to send it to you guys because I love the Deep Blue. Again, it comes as an oil or a roller. I happen to love it as the cream. And this may be not relevant if you guys are watching this into the future, but if you are interested in getting some oils in March 2019, it's only a couple days left, this and the Deep Blue oil is a free gift when you open up an account and purchase a starter kit. How great is that? Okay, wild orange. This I've sent you guys a little sample of. I don't use any of the citrus oils topically because they are photosensitive. So if you put this all over your body, went out and laid in the sun in a bikini, you would get a sunburn. So I like to do a drop of the citrus oils in my water. So if you guys want to take your little dram, you can actually drop in your water. I love to do a drop in a glass and then put my bubbly water in. It's a great alternative to a cocktail, or when you're just sick of drinking plain water, you can give yourself some real healing benefits. It's so delicious. Wild orange is the oil of, are you ready? Abundance. It is so happy. It's for mood management, to lift out of sadness and depression. If you guys even just want to take a drop in the palm of your hand, rub your hands together. We'll do a final inhale. I mean, so good. And as I mentioned to you, these oranges are coming to us. It's a beautiful, intentional blend between oranges from the south of Italy and also from Brazil. So I love wild orange. It's a super simple oil. Bubbly water and just inhaling from the palms. Also gorgeous in the diffuser on its own or with peppermint. Wild orange and peppermint's what I put in my diffuser every morning in the kitchen for my kids because it's so uplifting. It's so happy. Nobody can be grouchy. I actually forgot to diffuse this morning and I had a very grouchy little one. So beautiful blend. Wild orange is a total staple that I love for the home. So I wanted to show you guys, I'm conscious of time, we're at an hour, but I just want to really quickly show you 4 oils that I also would consider to be in the top 10 most commonly used by me and for myself and also for my family. So one is Serenity. Serenity is the restful sleep blend, and it is incredible for calming down the central nervous system and or before sleep. So if you have sleep as an issue, I would, if you kind of wrote that down, the Serenity blend is incredible in the diffuser and also on the bottom of the feet, adults and kids. I use it pretty much every night. Next up would be On Guard. I mentioned it briefly. This is the immunity blend. So for those of us who live in non-100% tropical climates and have to deal with germs and sickness and gross bugs and all the things, this has been a game changer for our home. So I diffuse this in the kitchen most days when the kids get home from school. It's a chance to just kill any bugs that have come in. I take a drop, as I mentioned, internally morning and evening. So does my husband. It just gives the body an immune system boost. Kids, I do a drop in my palm with the coconut oil. I rub the bottom of their feet pretty much every night before bed. Right now I'm doing 1 drop of On Guard, 1 drop of lavender or Serenity for them. 1 is for rest and sleep. 1 is for immunity. I feel like I'm helping my kids, right? We get sick way less often now, knock on wood, and the severity is greatly reduced from this gorgeous little guy. Then the last 2 that I love to highlight, because they were both my gateway oils. I started using oils gateway, I sound like a drug addict, when I was pregnant. And this oil, Zengest, if you're in the US, it's called Digest Zen, is the digestive blend. This was the reason why I started using oils. I had severe constipation. Hopefully that's not TMI for you guys. I actually laughed when my now mentor was like, oh, what's your top health concern? And I told her digestion. And she's like, try this on your belly. And I'm like, X-Lux doesn't even work sometimes. How do you think an essential oil is going to help me? Rolled this little guy on my belly. Next morning, total results. Used it again. Next morning, total results. Like incredible. So any issues from like gas to bloating to diarrhea, constipation, food poisoning, Crohn's disease, IBS. I mean, I'm talking the more severe stuff. I know one of you girls on the webinar has IBS. The Zengest is going to be an incredible oil. Super powerful. Last one is Easy Air. In the US, it's known as Breathe. This is great for respiratory. So anybody with so coughs, congestion, bronchitis, snoring, allergies, this guy is a game changer. I was so congested when I was pregnant. So it was the Zengest and this in my diffuser. It just opens up your airways. You can put like a little dab even inside your nose, and it is pretty magical. And just realizing one thing I didn't share that I'm just going to do quickly and then I'm going to close out is share with you how they work on the body. Interesting, going to get a little sciencey, very simple. So an essential oil works on the body. It enters the body through the epidermis if we're using it topically. So let's just talk about topical for a minute. So it enters the skin. Within 20 minutes, it's into the bloodstream, meaning the entire bloodstream in the body. And then within 30 to 40 minutes of using it, it's entered every cell in the body. How crazy is that? As you know, we have trillions of cells. So if this is your cell, most pharmaceutical drugs, 95%, don't permeate the cell wall because they're synthetic. So the cell's really smart, and the cell membrane says they see the aspirin coming, they're like, oh, sorry, you can work around me, but you can't come in because you're toxic and you're synthetic and you're not, of the earth like I am. So I'm just going to keep you at bay. So it helps with the headache. It does a little bit of work. What an essential oil does, it's just like, yes, please. Your cell membrane is like, loves the oils. Have you guys noticed how quickly your skin absorbs the essential oils? You put them on and you think you're going to be greasy, and your skin just drinks the essential oil. Your body loves oils because they're plants. We are of the earth, plants are of the earth. So you're actually creating intracellular health, grade 10 biology. in the cell, right? Not just around the cell, right? Toxic pharmaceutical drugs, but actual natural plant healing inside the cell. So when we're using oils, we're actually giving ourselves a cellular upgrade. A cellular upgrade. Okay, this is 100% science, you guys. This isn't some woo-woo magic, oh, Christine used to own a yoga studio, woo, kind of thing. This is magic and logic, total science. It's total science health. I'm going to leave it there, my beautiful friends. We're a couple minutes over. Couple closing questions, okay? Close your eyes, get your pen out, and write this down. Question is, are you ready to create change in your life today? Am I ready to create change in my life today? Thinking back to what was out of balance when we began. Question 2, how do you see the oils making a difference for you? So having given some thought at the beginning to what's out of balance, having learned what you learned just now in this webinar, how do you see the oils making a difference for you in your life? Write that down. How are they making a difference for you? Final question. What would your life look like if blank was resolved? If you had a solution for blank, whatever it is that's out of balance, what would your life look like? How would you feel? Write that down. What kind of freedom could open up? Put your pens down when you're done. Close your eyes. Cup your hands over your nose and your mouth. Take a big inhale. Sigh it out. You're probably getting some deep blue and wild orange like me. Inhale again. Sigh it out. Inhale again. Sigh it out. Put your hands over your heart, stacked. Eyes are closed. Head is gently bowed. I'm sending you guys all some gratitude and love for taking an hour out of your life to learn, to upgrade knowledge, to be open to new possibilities for how essential oils could support and upgrade you and your families and your home and your health and your bodies and your minds. So thank you. This matters. Taking care of ourselves matters. It's the way we're all going to become well. Inhale, sigh it out, and open your eyes. It would be my great pleasure to get to mentor you and introduce you personally to essential oils, to create a custom order for you that best suits you, whether it's one of the doTERRA starter kits. They have gorgeous starter kits for all the different countries who are on this call, and I'm happy to share them all with you. Or we can create a custom order. I get to extend you my wholesale discount, which is awesome. So if you decide to create an account with me, that means you right off the bat get 25% off your opening essential oil order. There are great options for future orders if you like, but there's no commitments. Really just to create your own account together, get you a wholesale discount, get you started either with a starter kit or a custom order. Then when your oils arrive, we'll do a call very similar to this, except we'll be able to see each other, unless of course you live in Toronto, I can come for a visit. Show you how to use your oils for the conditions that we're going to work on. Show you how to use your wholesale account and show you what is available to you with your online 25% off account. It's awesome. There's a lot of nurturing, there's a lot of love. I'd then plug you into our closed Facebook community for our oil customers. Just to give you a little bit of info, there's 3 ways that somebody can do doTERRA. 90% of people are number 1, which is a wholesale customer. No business, no sharing oils like what I do. Just straight up, you get your own online account. They ship to your house in Canada for $5.99 a month. It's so awesome. Or so for $5.99 per shipment. Easy breezy. Most people are just wholesale customers. Then there's a smaller percentage who want to get their oils paid for, love their oils so much, you know, after using them for a few months, and share oils, and they can earn back and receive their oils for free. And then the third option, which is even a smaller percent of people, is myself, a wellness advocate who are out there supporting other women using essential oils, sharing essential oils. The reason why doTERRA has done this direct sales model is because people don't know what essential oils are, right? They put this on the shelf at Walgreens or Shoppers. No one's going to know what to do, right? This is something that needs to be shared heart to heart. There needs to be personal connection. It's brilliant that they did network marketing, direct sales, whatever you want to call it. I'm obsessed because I get to work heart to heart with people. I get to make positive change. I get to support, empower. It's very powerful. So it would be my greatest gift to get to work with you guys. So if this is resonating with you, please reach out to me. Obviously, I answer all my emails personally. I'd love to hear from you and get you on your way to begin oiling. Thank you so much. This was so much fun. I can feel the energy of spring looking out my window, this beautiful light. You can reach me at Christine, CHRISTINE, at essentialsisters.ca, or you can find me on Instagram at essentialchristine. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a total pleasure. I can't wait to connect with each of you individually. Enjoy your samples, and we'll talk soon. All the love. Bye, you guys.